quickly last night. Hopefully my IT skills will let us pull it up here really quick, and I may need some assistance with that. We'll find out right away. And maybe we want to shut down some of the front lights if we can. That would be great. If anybody's looking at my back, I apologize. Perfect. Thank you. A pleasure to be here, and thank you to the HIA. I'm proud to be a new member. Jack Kulka, as all of you know probably longer and better than I, is unique and quite the individual, and I don't have to give a testimonial to him here. There are others much more able than I. Dave Abel and Gary Shack are also very interesting folks. And when I did meet Jack, upon introducing myself to him, the first thing he told me was that I wasn't going to get the project. And I had, in all my years in business, never engaged in a transaction or a negotiation that started off that way. A lot of them ended that way. I had never walked into a room and started off the relationship by learning that I wouldn't be in. Everybody here spoke about teams, and again, I apologize for my back. The team is critical. If you're thinking about a green building project without a committed developer, a committed construction manager, committed architects, committed team, forget about it. It's not going to work. Team is essential, and Jack Kulka is obviously a master at running a team, and it's one of the things that he does, but the team members all needed and wanted to make it happen, and it's a critical piece. Without any of the team members' full involvement, the project would not have gone through. My name is Jonathan Lane. I am a NABCEP certified solar PV installer. That's a trademark item, and I run a company called Quad State Solar, and we operate out of beautiful downtown Plainview, and that is not a trademark statement. Why are we here? We're here because we're all using more energy. Now this comes right from a utilities website. I can't tell you the utility because I have a non-disclosure agreement, a confidentiality, so I can't tell you their name, but their initials are LIPA. And this slide comes right off of their website, and never mind the fact that the brainiacs, is Bruce here? Bruce isn't here. Never mind that the folks can't count up to 7, and the slide says, the point is, whether we're talking about 5 years or 7 years, whether we're talking about residential as we are here or commercial, it's even worse, we are all consuming more energy, and that's causing some issues. In addition to that, electric rates are going up. This table merely shows, and it's a little bit dated, and some of my slides are, and I apologize for that. This shows what's happening in New York State as a whole. We're in a much worse pickle here locally on Long Island. Notice that from the years 1990 to 2006, let's see if I can get rid of this little advertisement here. From the years 90 to 2006, we've gone up cumulatively almost 50%. That doesn't sound too bad until you look at the last 2 years of data. The last 2 years there alone, we went up 15%. We've gone up since then. We've already got pre-announced rate increases coming online on a regular basis. In addition to electric rates going up, we know that all energy rates are going up. I don't know where the market started today. I think on Friday oil closed within 50 cents of $100 a barrel, based on what happened this morning in Cairo and Tunis and Tripoli. I do not anticipate that gas prices are going down today, and I'm sure they won't. And the sign there says, enjoy your drive. Hope it's a short drive, because prices are going up above that and soon. So if you're enjoying $4 gas, you're going to love $5 gas. And it's coming. Okay?
Boy, this is a continuation of what he did at the Oscars last
So the good news for solar purchasers who have the vision to see the future is that retail module prices are coming down and are continuing to come down. Module installation by forward-looking people are continuing to go up. Whether we look domestically or internationally, we can see that we're actually now number 4 behind Spain, Germany, and the Czech Republic is apparently the number 3 world leader in solar. Okay, go figure. PV system applications are growing huge. Most important part of this chart is this piece right here, which is what we call the supplemental power applications, or the power applications going in the type of building we're talking about here down the road that hopefully the weather will cooperate and we'll get a chance to look at. These other applications down on the bottom is the utility sector and the RV, marine, beach shack, hunting lodge sector, which have always been part of the PV universe, but what's Where the real growth is now is in the supplemental or net metered or grid intertied applications. And that's what we're talking about here. Traditionally, solar panels have looked like one of these several types of materials, and historically they've all operated from much of the same material in much of the same way. Otherwise, we've had larger concentrating PV with various types of mirrors, troughs, parabolas, dishes, towers, 1,400 mirrors all focus and concentrate solar energy and produce multiple thousand-degree steam to generate electricity. But we wanted to go beyond there, beyond the concept of flat plate collectors that only get energy when sunshine falls upon them. So we came up with something new, as Jack mentioned. This is called the Cylindra system. It is cylindrical panels. This is a photograph of 694 Motor Parkway's roof, by the way. I think you're all invited to go have a tour of it after. And in addition to these panels being able to get energy directly from perpendicular photons, they are able to get energy from photons at an angle, morning, afternoon, and more importantly, they get energy from the bottom. And they're part of an integrated cool roof system that is a high albedo, a high reflectivity. So these panels actually enjoy the ability to get hit by light from the top, from the sides, and reflected up from the bottom. Very important and very unique. And all these photos are actually on the roof at 694 Motor Parkway. In addition to some of the things that interfere with solar, such as atmospheric effects, scattering, etc., and ignoring the effects of angle of the sun, all of these detriments to solar are mitigated and or eliminated by the abilities, to a large degree, are mitigated by the ability of these panels to get off-axis energy. Very important. Also, these panels sit on the roof. I don't know how well you can notice that. Traditional solar panels are bolted to the structure here on Long Island. We have to design for what's called 110 mile per hour uplift wind pressure zone to make sure that stuff doesn't fly off the roof. These panels are not secured to the roof in any way, shape, or form. Let me repeat that. These panels simply sit on the roof. Because of their cylindrical design, they provide no uplift resistance. This makes the installation cheaper, and this makes for no holes or leaks in the roof because there are no penetrations through the roof. The entire system simply sits on these little skid pads. Yes, sir?
Is there any application then to non-flat roofs?
Not for this particular product, 5-degree slope max recommended by the manufacturer. Everybody wants to know about PV, and people always ask me, how much does PV cost? Well, this is a similar system, just giving you typical economics. It may or may not be this project, it may or may not be your project. Things are changing. The important thing is, and at approximately $420,000, gee, that's a lot of money, Jonathan, people say all the time to me. Well, yeah, but LIPA came in with a $165,000 rebate, cash rebate, okay? Federal tax grant to be paid within 60 days of system being inspected and approved. Federal tax grant, $76,000. Accelerated depreciation. I'm neither a CPA nor a tax attorney, and please excuse my ignorance about these matters. I hope there are people in the room that know more about it than I do. 1 year makers. Oh wow, thank you. 1 year. The owner is able to take advantage of 100% of that tax depreciation now, this year. Final customer cost approximately $50,000. Systems manufacturing at today's rates a little more than $20,000 worth of electricity per year.
You did it on
People are looking at 6, 7, 19-year paybacks. 21 into 53 doesn't look like 19. Looks like about 2.5. Fantastic. So,